and everyone can say hello.
Hello.
Hi everyone, welcome to Friday. It feels weird. It still feels like a Sunday now because we're playing Curse of Strahd. I am the host, Whiskey, or Whiskey Streams is now my name instead of Whiskey on Twitch. Hello. I am joined by 3 players right now, and hopefully later on we'll be joined by a 4th, Goss. They are busy saving the world, and that is more important right now, which is very, 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 very important to establish because the shit what's happening right now is kind of their fault. A little tiny bit. So they're going to turn up and it'll be that GIF. I don't know what show it is. You know where that guy comes in with pizzas into our office and everything's on fire. It's just like, what the fuck? That's kind of the thing, but they're the ones to create the fire. Anyway, I'm joined by the lovely Turquoise Magpie playing Lint Keptok, our lovely Order Describes wizard. And we are then joined by Hydro playing Bakor, our Twilight, I'm about to say Twilight Princess, but it's not. It's
That works. I'll take it.
Okay, the Twilight Princess. Bakor. I've been watching Games Doing Quick and all that kind of stuff. It's in my head. And then, last but not least, Naomi playing Davy, our Spores Druid. And let's have a quick recap of what we did in the last session. The last session, more than anything, led to this simple looking broken down windmill. The same windmill that our players and some players who were a bit more taken back by the weirdness of it, they saw in Death House. They had a contract for this establishment. So Rain decides to trot ahead and claim that is rightfully theirs. However, as they entered, they were met with a kitchen covered in bones of all kinds, a pot of goop in the center of it all, like a cauldron, if you would, and the smell of fresh baked pastries. These pastries were not ready yet, but Davy, in their chaotic way, thought, nah, I'm hungry, pastries are good, and they opened the oven too soon. And as a chef who knows how to bake, it's so sad when you open it too quick and it just goes down. So after a little bit of looking around this establishment, not considering that someone might be in, you just went in and minded your own business for like an hour in the game. 2 older ladies came down the stairs and asked if they're customers, what they're doing here, and obviously paying for the pastries what were ruined. Rain produced the contract, and one of them, I believe it was Bella, who was taken aback by this, panicked and ran back up the stairs, and Ophelia kind of didn't not fall for it because it's a contract, but we weren't phased by it. Probably because a few minutes later, Morgantha, who you knew as the lady who was peddling her wares in Barovia, and as you all know, are highly addictive. They do produce wonderful dreams and a break from the world around you, but then they kind of take control of your mind. Morgantha calmly presented their updated contract produced with rights from Lord Strahd himself, who said that, nope, this is your place. I'm okay with you doing whatever you want here. This is yours. Bit of tension goes by. A few spells were popped off. I believe Bakor cast Zone of Truth. Unfortunately, you know as well that Morgantha passed. I will say this, okay, even though I don't need to say this, but she only just passed. I'll just be real with you there.
So close.
Yeah, she actually met the DC, which is kind of interesting. And that kind of built tension. There's a bit of broken trust, even though there was no trust to begin with. And throughout this moment, there was an Eldritch Blast to a frog that happened, because you can't target just nothing. And then that startled the sound, well, at least you hear the sounds of children upstairs. You hear the two ladies sort of telling them to shush and quiet down, and there was a little bit of a snicker going on there. As tensions went by, Morgantha was looking at the group, and with a weird smile on her face, I believe it was Davy who asked what they would cost. Is that right? And she mentioned that gold is not really what she's interested in. She's interested in what you personally have to offer. And that's why we pick it up. So, Lint, during this time, you could have been looking around the room a tiny bit if you want to. Do me a favor. Could you make me... this would technically be perception. Actually, no. At the beginning, when no one's there, it could have been investigation. So roll investigation.
Okay.
If she was in the room when I asked for this, then it would be perception because you have to look. But this was actually had a bit of time at the beginning.
Oh, this is going wonderfully for me so far.
Go on.
11.
Oh, I'm so sad. Okay. You do see. I did mention this to Davey actually. In the kitchen area, there were just jars of different things. Davey, because you're a bit more connected to nature, you noticed that they were animal parts, perfectly preserved in these little jars around. Lynn, I would actually kind of assume that the cauldron that was sort of in the middle, what was like green and blue, and it was sort of bubbling a little tiny bit, that might have piqued your curiosity a bit.
Yeah.
So you might have taken a whiff of it to try and establish what it is. It's definitely not a poison. You're not higher level enough to know what it was. There was a point, by the way, later on in this session, I don't know if you've actually checked it out, that Morgantha did mention that it is used to scry on customers. She mentioned that she scries on customers because she actually wants to know what we really think about her baked goods instead of just lying to her face if they don't like it.
Okay.
And I think. Oh, and yeah, Bakor, you rolled high enough on your insight to go full of shit.
Bullshit. It's not true.
Would the discussions afterwards have been engaging enough for Lint to take a closer look at the barrel while everyone else is talking to?
I think in the moment she would have been very aware. In that moment, like she would have been very aware because this is her home. She knows exactly where everything is, even though it's very chaotic in this area. She would have absolutely just been like walking around a tiny bit, but maybe subconsciously blocking your path because she don't want you going through her shit anymore.
Do you think that Lint would have noticed that when we entered the house beforehand, because they weren't there when we first entered?
Oh, what do you mean? Sorry.
With the cauldron.
Yeah, the cauldron's like just there. It is literally just there. It's not hidden or anything like that. Everyone sees the cauldron. You did see.
Did you say that there was a time where, like, before anyone came down to confront everyone could investigate the place?
Yeah, that's what you just rolled for. Investigation.
Oh, right. Okay.
That was what the investigation
I was going to say if it was
for.
10 minutes, then Lint would have probably casted Detect Magic just to see what the general magic
You definitely
was.
wouldn't have had 10 minutes.
Okay.
You definitely wouldn't have had 10 minutes because they would have come down. Eventually, we're going to go, who's in our house?
Okay.
So, yeah, you wouldn't have had time to cast Detect Magic. So, investigation was what you would have popped off at that point. I think that's everything right now for you. So, yeah, let's get back into it. So, Morgantha looks at you, Davey, and just turns her creepy old lady warped face. And you do notice, by the way, all of you, that as time went by and tension started to build, the friendly, like, grandma appeal in her face is slowly deteriorating. Like, there's an occasional warp that slowly emerges. One of their eyes starts to go a little bit more milky. parts of her hair starts to fall out. Well, not fall out, kind of just vanish. But yeah, she just looks at you, Davy, and goes, I'm just interested in what you have, dear. Now, if you are interested in the release of those children, there has to be a price to pay. Now, if you are indeed interested in saving them, well, I understand their value, and I, turns to all of you, set the price. Now you can walk away. That's fine. It just depends on how much you value them. So, dears, here are the two offers. 2 children, 2 deals. And as roll me a perception check, all of you, real quick. I want to see who can catch it. It's such a good song, but it's not worth it. 8.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
18.
18 and Dirty 20. With an 18 and a Dirty 20, maybe for you, Bakor, it's more a case of you're not really paying attention to anything else apart from her, right? Her talking to you, and you're kind of trying to work out what she's talking about. You know, because you know that she was full of shit about the scrying. So what else could she be lying about here? So that might be where your focus is on. With 1822, you swear you hear the sound of like faint cackling kind of move behind both of you. Just and that's it. Just very faint, like a ghost walked past you. So, for one of these children, who, by the way, we did receive fairly. I did not steal. They were given. So this is a trade. The price for... Oh, sorry. The price for one of them. And she's just trying to gauge all 4 of you. Your final breath. And then she stares. And for the other... Your luck. I will not explain what this means. Only I know the value. The simple question is, who will take these offers?
Would you mind repeating the offers again?
Yeah, as you DM, I will. Your final breath and your luck. I will establish this to you 3, by the way, because this has already been spoken to. You do see Rain, like, leaning into the idea I just want to let that be there for you. So yeah, just want to put it out there. And you see that Morgantha, in this time of control, you see her look at the floor and see all the bones what are scattered everywhere, and she just looks and goes, my daughters, they simply don't understand the importance of a clean kitchen. We have high standards here. And there's a moment of just, she sort of thinks to herself a second, and then you hear the footsteps just, and you see Bella and Ophalia with sweeping brushes start to sweep the bones around. Going, sorry, mother, sorry. And we are a business after all, and if our products are not clean, then what's worth it? We have to make sure they're the best they can be. A clean kitchen means a happy baker. A happy baker means happy customers. Do you understand that, girls? I mean, they sort of have their heads down. Yes, mother. Yes. Good. Don't make me replace you again. And you see her like nonchalantly moving over, and you notice as well, she does have a walking stick. She used it to bang the to sort of tap the cauldron. If you can remember, there was this like weird creature what spawned out of it, and then because I think it was a deal was mentioned, it went back down. The creature itself had its flesh peeling away. It kind of looked like a pig mixed with a bear and a dog. Man, bear, pig kind of thing. But grotesque and horrible. Well, I'm going to make some tea. Make your decision quickly. I'll be back soon. And you just see her turn to the kitchen. But as she turns, you feel like she can still see you. And it's not because it's like looking at the back of the head kind of vibe. It's like the entire surrounding area is beamed on you. And you just see her make a tea. And I'm going to drink my tea while you discuss. It's coffee, but you know.
I'm not very smart, but I breathe a lot, and I don't like endings very much. So I guess I could give that up.
Well, the last breath sounds very ominous. I'm not too sure exactly what that could mean. So many different things.
Could it? It seems to me like it could only mean one thing.
And you're assuming that it's just your last breath, literally. The luck one is also curious. I'm already a klutz anyways. So I don't know if luck is even on my side to begin with. But
I don't have much luck either.
To be fair, is she giving us one child per each thing we give? How many children are upstairs?
I say there'd be a lot more. I think there's a lot they're hiding, but it seems like this is as good as we're going to get through negotiation. I mean, there are other ways we can get around it, but this is the most peaceful offer that we're going to be given.
Yeah, I like that you said peaceful in quotation marks, because we're not too sure exactly what that means. And also, like, I'm down for saving children, right? I'm totally down for that. But is saving just one out of God knows how many worth it for the things that we don't really know what she wants?
Unless we can give her something better.
Or maybe I shouldn't say this out loud because I feel like we're still being watched. But I'm like, trick her.
Lind gets his book out and just like starts writing notes, and then he writes down in the book close by so that whoever decides to stand by me can see. But he basically writes down, there are loopholes that we could make out of this. Or we could just tear this place down. And as soon as he does that, he magic quills. He wizardly quills with his quill to erase what he wrote instantly.
I'd like you to make then a sleight of hand check to see how well you can do this. With advantage because it is your feature.
Okay.
Because I want to make sure your feature actually stands for something at least.
Yep. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. I am going to... You know what?
Oh, no.
I'm going to roll on roll 20, y'all. Because I think that's important. I want to make sure that we're being honest in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
What we got? Can you lot confirm what I rolled on roll 20, please?
A 20.
Confirmed?
Confirmed. A natural 20.
Okay.
Ugh.
Well.
But you don't know this. You assume that happened. To continue. Out of my hand, y'all. I rolled it. I did it honestly.
No. We believe you. We believe you. It looks a little Photoshop, but I believe you.
I'll just press play on a pre-recorded video.
The quickest Photoshop I've ever seen.
That's right. Pretty good.
Anytime Adobe's been working.
Oh, I mean, we could... Not too sure what we can do.
There's no one I know with more power than an old grandmother in an old house.
I'm not comfortable being the one making the decision here. I mean, it was Rain who initiated all of this. They own the windmill, so this is their decision. So
you see Rain go, well, actually, I don't own it anymore. I thought
we just walked into some business that we shouldn't have just walked into.
Yeah, we should have thought about that before we walked in, but now we're here. But the decision now is either we can just walk away or give what she asked for a child.
I think I want to sell my final breath. Sounds like fun.
Yes, but there's no clarification on what she means by final breath. Like, to give you your final breath means that she could take it from you right now, as opposed to waiting for when circumstances means that you have to draw your final breath through luck.
Okay.
I get down on like one knee and like look at Davy, and I'm like, is that what you really want to do, Davy?
I think it could be fun. And now I want to know what it means.
I love that.
Lynn, as much as we've been trying our best to protect Davy in their endeavors in this adventure, I've come to learn to really trust Davy's instinct. And I think if Davy is confident, Davy can do it.
Well, the logic is in her favor. And yes, although most of the outcomes have been violent, we're still here.
We're still here.
I can't see any fault in that, really.
And to be fair, these ladies are very powerful.
Oh, no, there's no denying that.
There's no denying that. I tried casting a spell earlier and it didn't have any effect. In fact, she noticed as I was casting. It was often almost as if she already knew what I was trying to do.
Yes.
If Davy's willing to take a risk, I think we take a risk together.
Yes.
Okay. That's fine. But the main decision is, are we going for one child or two? Because you're willing to offer your final best, but is the rest of us going to take the chance of offering their luck to get 2 children?
I'll do luck.
Can we get more than 2?
What if she comes down here and we see if we could bargain for something more?
Okay.
Just to say, she is kind of like on the opposite side of the room, but she's kind of giving you a space. So she's literally just minding her business in the same proximity as you, with a cup of tea in her hand, and a very would it be like, I think with her it's almost like a sense of lust in her face as she's drinking this tea. Yeah, I think so.
Can we all sell our breaths for 4 children? Or is it just 2?
I feel like we could negotiate a similar situation, but not exactly that thing for 4 children.
Okay, let's do it.
Morgantha will put her tea down, and she'll look at you all and go, so, what's the deal? Who will be taking these offers?
Just as a quick matter, Goss said in the Discord that Rain would trade their final breath, and they are ready to join. Very nearly ready.
Really?
They could join in a sec. So.
Oh, dude. Shall we slow this down? Like, so. So.
Well, can I try something?
You can certainly try stuff. Yeah.
Is the barrel the scrying barrel, as we are so been told? Is that in the center of the room, or whereabouts is it?
I'll double check for you, but I think it's kind of, it's not huge, because in this windmill there is a center point, because it has to like connect all the way to the top for the windmill to actually work. You do notice, by the way, that the windmill has not moved.
Okay.
It is broken around all over the place. It is. Where is it? Holy shit! What? Oh my god! They're here before the opportune moment.
I was just passing time. We can carry on.
Oh, that's amazing.
I just wanted to know what the barrel was.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. You have to turn your mic up a little bit, please, Goss.
I have to turn it up?
That's fine. No, that's good. Just be close to it then.
I think that like Whiskey has a hearing issue.
All
Maybe
right.
you're the problem.
All right, listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
Put your headphones on.
You know what? Turn your own fucking stuff up. I do have a. Hang on. Do I have a? Where is it? Oh. Give me 2 seconds, and then I will. God damn it, Gus! I can't believe he had to turn up. I can't believe he turned up.
Technical difficulty
I was
screen.
listening to the campaign, super stressed out about what was about to happen. I'm like, I gotta get in there.
You just like punch your boss in the face, like, no, I'm out. Run.
More important matters to deal with.
I quite literally like came into, or like I was like, I have to leave for a D&D campaign. He was like, that doesn't sound very important. I'm like, and I just left.
That's so hype. Just Gus, when you're ready, can you just type your character's name in for your name, please? We're going to do the emergency overlay, so don't have to worry about overlays right now. We're just role playing, so it's fine. Thank you, Carmen, for sorting out an emergency overlay for this scenario. Oh yeah, everyone, Pally. It's pretty cool. Check it out. Okay, so Gus, so you're caught up with what's been said, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So, Lynn, the cauldron itself is kind of close to where the kitchen area is. You do notice that Morgantha is keeping it kind of close to her proximity, kind of as a little defense mechanism, if you would.
Okay.
Because you did see it summon something.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Did it? From the summoning, I just asked. Was the summoning like the same liquid? Like, was it goopy? Did it splash anywhere that would have gone on the floor or anything?
No, it came up and formed. The liquid itself formed, and there's no wasted liquid at all.
Oh, okay.
So
all
yeah,
right.
it's.
That's all I need to know.
Do me a favor though, Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me an Arcana check. Just thinking about, just thinking about it. Huh.
21.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna say you've never seen this creature before, but you do know that it was fiendish in nature, which means it was summoned from the lower planes of the multiverse, if you would. You don't know exactly where it would be from. It could be from the abyss. It could be from the hells. Not exactly sure, but definitely a lower plane creature, not from the material plane. Okay. Okay, so Magantha comes in. Goss has thrown me off the track. Oh god, shit. Oh, it's fine. So yeah, Magantha looks at you all and goes, "So what's the deal? Who is taking my offer for those dear children upstairs?"
Now, Morgantha, before we make this deal, we have yet to even see these children, just hear them.
Now that's very smart of you. I could be lying about those 2 children. We could simply make some noises up there. My daughters could easily trick you with some simple magic, and then you believe there's children before you make the deal. You are very wise indeed. Do you want to go see them? And you see, like, she leans her head down, the Jack Nicholson thing in The Shining, if you would, just to stare down, looking up.
I was thinking you bring them down here.
Oh no, dear. This is my establishment.
Let's go.
She again. There's this real like creepy cracking smile of cockiness with control. You know.
I think Rain's gonna put their hand on Davy's shoulder before they run up there just a bit, and it's like, since when does Strahd concern himself with the property matters of citizens he doesn't care about in the first place? Actually,
That's so funny.
Good point.
he's Strahd, and he's doing city work. He's doing paperwork. Grunt work? That doesn't
Strahd
make
is
any
for the
sense.
people.
That's right.
The vox populi of the evil.
Yo, Strahd's a good person, yo. Just put it out there.
He's the accountant.
The real horror is accounting.
Yeah, since when does he concern himself with matters of deeds and properties and paperwork and grunt work when he has a far more intense, holier than thou mission ahead of him?
He certainly has personnel on his team. I mean, we had wolves summoned on us by not him. Secondary
Oh,
person
dude.
who spoke on his behalf. He has a spokesperson, for sure.
Yeah, that guy. Hate that guy.
Can I see the children while you talk about this?
Hold on, Davey. Now, madam, I know that what you're saying for us to go upstairs, but look at it from our point of view. We are not familiar with this area. We don't know if you're trying to trick us or what is upstairs. I think, especially if we're making a deal to give you something that's not clear, it would be more fair if you were to bring the children down here.
I do find it fascinating that you think you have any means in controlling this. Now, my word is what you trust. I am a businesswoman in the end. I promise you that you will see the children upstairs, safe and sound, and you'll know that they are very real, dear.
Can you also promise that we will be safe going up there, seeing the children, and coming back down?
Indeed, why would I ruin a deal?
I'm just asking.
You have my word. In the end, you are the ones who decided to save these children, and I needed to make sure that a good business strategy is implemented. So, you see the products, and then we make our deal. Agreed? Looks at all 4 of you.
Okay, let's go.
Wonderful. She turns with her cup of tea, and with her back turned to you, in this very I don't even have to watch you kind of manner. Just goes up the stairs. You do see that her I did say there's a walking stick, didn't I? There's a walking stick, but she sort of put it under her armpit as she's drinking her tea nonchalantly. Hurry up now, dears. The children are waiting. Do you follow?
I follow
Sure.
Davey.
You follow Davey? Yeah, that's fair.
You know Davey's sprinting up there.
Oh, that's a valid point, to be fair, dude. Okay, let me double check. Make sure everything is sorted. Okay, so as you walk up of these stairs, the stairs themselves are extremely rickety. This place, right? It's worn down. There's a lot of things to do to fix it. But for some reason, you get the idea that these ladies like it like this. They keep the kitchen clean for their product, but everything else is kind of just scattered. The walls themselves are starting to crumble a tiny bit. There's moss growing on the sides a little bit. There's the stench of blood all around you, and it's weird. It's horrible because there's this taste of iron with cinnamon in the air as you go up to the top. You come into this room and you do see two old ladies, as we said before, Bella and Ophelia, and they're sort of just watching you come into their zone. Make a perception check, everyone.
15.
Natural 1, 8.
Oi.
15.
16.
Okay. So anyone who rolled under a 10, you do see on the floor, in this area at least, there is like a very fine white powder. Because in the center of this room, there is a grinder of sorts. A bit what, for those who would kind of know this, it's where you would put wheat or anything like that inside, and then you would use the windmill itself to spin using the wind, and that would turn and grind down the product itself. You see that this has got a kind of put together sticks on both ends, and you would see that these two older ladies slowly start to push them. And as you're in this room, you hear the sound of just crunching and just as they are moving around. And as it's moving, there's slight just white powder come out. So this is where our secret ingredient is made. Now, please keep it secret. It sells more, right? When people know the secret, they lose the taste of it all. And for me personally, it's a nice little selling point, you know? Cinnamon, maple, bit of mincemeat, and then Granny's secret recipe, secret ingredient, if you would. Sales go high.
Can I ask, this business that you run, do you keep all the profits, or is it split with Strahd? Because just on, well, first observation, this place seems a little bit run down, and you could use some profits to upgrade this to make your business better.
Oh, my dear. For us, we keep their money. For
All of it?
Indeed. Strahd mentioned that when he discovered our business, he kind of enjoyed our plan. He said, keep up the good work.
The devil of this land said, here's looking at you, kid. Good job. Strahd said that.
In some word or another.
So Strahd knows of this business, approves of it,
Yes.
and approves of you owning this windmill.
Exactly.
Thanks.
You're welcome, dear. Please, follow me. And you see that she goes up another set of stairs. And I'm assuming you're just following, by the way, you lot? Just double check.
Mm-hmm.
And as you walk up another set of... These stairs are more like made out of stone. Going up. You do hear the two sisters just cackling to themselves. So you hear this grinding, but also the cackles. And it sort of just echoes and follows you and haunts you as you come to another room. Let's call this the storage room, you four. In this room itself, there are vast amounts of spices, meats sort of hanging, drying. You can't quite make out which animal it is. You see there could be a squirrel, a rat maybe? Definitely a raven. Plucked. And plucked without care. And then you hear the whimpering coming from the left, as there are crates with bars actually across. And almost by design, the spacing between these bars are just small enough that a small creature, i.e. a child, could almost get out, but can't. And you see two children. Just two. All the other crates are emptied. You see that there is dry blood in some of these. And you also see there are these really crooked looking pointed sticks just leaning against the wall with a bit of dry blood. Actually, no, not dry blood. Fresh blood on the tips. Morgantha turns to all four of you. My dears, please help us. Shh, darlings. It's okay. You're fine.
Hi.
Shh. As you can see, the two children are here. They might have been poked around a little bit. In the end, I've got to make sure my daughters are entertained in this workforce. But the products are here.
Okay.
So
you can have my last breath if you wish.
Well, now hang on. One last try. Rain's gonna step forward and offer their hand and be like, on behalf of all four of us, I agree to this deal on the terms that Davy and I trade our last breath in exchange for the two children, on the premise that all parties involved have been honest, forthright, and never misleading once since we stepped foot in this windmill.
are you really trying to bring up a verbal contract for me?
It's not going to be a problem if you've been honest with us the whole time.
Well, do I
Proper
have...
business takes proper contracts.
Well, if you've been honest, then there's not really a problem now, is there?
Now, dear. Again.
Come on.
Let's
shake on it.
You know what's really funny about this, dear? value these children's life, right?
It's half the kids, half I hate losing.
Indeed. So, like I said earlier, you go by my word. I know the value of these children. Specifically these 2 children. The children what weren't as valuable, well, you've already seen them.
Yeah, and I agree to your terms of trading our last breaths under the terms that I've listed, that everybody involved
But
has
they're
been honest
your
and not lied
terms,
the whole
dear.
time.
They're your terms. These are my terms.
But if you've been honest the entire time and you've never once lied and you actually keep your word, because your word is also valuable or invaluable based on if you lie, then it's not a problem. Since you've not lied to us this whole time, you get our last breaths, we get the kids, deal's over. Unless you were lying about something.
I'm not lying at all, dear.
Okay, cool. Then shake on it. You have my last breath. You have Davy's last breath. We'll get out of your hair. We'll leave. We'll never come back.
What's interesting is this, dear. You don't know the value of your last breath. So, the deal, my dear, is your last breath. If it does not become the thing that I want, it's very simple. And you see that she sort of puts her arm out to one of the children and carves a couple of sigils in the air. It's kind of like she's using one of her pointed fingers to carve the very air in this room because of how thick it is with the tension. She pushes it, and you see it land on one of the children's shoulders. It burns, it sizzles into their skin.
I don't understand. You want us to make a deal about something we don't understand, but then if it doesn't happen, which we have no way of knowing if it will happen because we don't understand what we're selling, then something bad will happen?
Oh no, dear, it's about this. I get exactly what I want, and then you get the children. If it's anything other than that...
And you can have our last breaths on the contingency that your word is your bond, and you've been honest with us the entire time. And I think you have been. I think you have been honest this entire time with us, I would hope. Otherwise, that would make this deal invalid.
Do you accept that this is your last breath? It's your last breath or your luck? And currently,
you can have
right
my
now,
last
dear,
breath if you've been honest the entire time since we've been here. Not misleading, not lying.
Okay.
No lying by omission.
She finishes her tea. And goes, well, I'll say this. My dear bird friend, you caught on. The scrying thing? It was a lie.
The fucking Fae. Every time. Every time.
I had to really think as a DM, like, what the fuck are you loopholing right now? I got it!
I figured, like, with Fae, they're always, like, lying by omission or leaving details
They're very
out,
true.
So I figured the only way to get out of this is be like...
I'll say this, these aren't Fae.
But they're acting like it.
These are different. A little bit different. It's true, Naomi. They come from a different plane.
Are the children locked behind somewhere? Or
You can see them. There's bars. You can't see a lock.
But they're locked somewhere. Okay.
Yeah. It's literally just a box with bars, and that is it. And then yeah, I think Morgantha will look at you then, Rain, and go, so dear, I have been honest. Sorry about earlier. The deal is your last breath for this dear child. And you, my swampy friend. You see that she's like, just, there's a little bit of like, in her moment there's kind of what's the word I'm thinking of? It's like a memory that just pops up and then fades a second. So you're both offering your last breath.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
So our last breaths, 2 children.
Yes.
Then I'll agree to your terms as I've spoken them.
Your last breath. And only your last breath.
I look at Lynn, I'm just like,
And you see...
Lynn's not really focusing. He's noticed like the burned scorch marks of the sigil on the child, and he's clenching his fist, like trying not to cast infestation on her. Like he's so fucking furious at everything going on.
Okay, make me an Arcana check.
Just straight.
Yep.
Okay.
You
Rain's
see...
just gonna keep smiling and be like, I'd agree to your deal.
Agree to my terms, and that's it.
As I've spoken it. Yes.
The fingers will elongate towards you.
catch.
18.
18. I need to roll something really important. While this goes on, Davy, the other hand extends to you. And you see that instead of the fingers extending, her elbow...
Can you show me how to do that?
In time, dear.
She'll take her hand.
What was yours, Lynn?
18.
You're not sure what it was. You're not sure. It's a rune, or a sigil, sorry, that you've never seen before.
Mm.
Davey, sorry. The arm extends. Did you shake it?
Mm.
The moment you shake her hands, there's this poof in your heart, and you feel there's like a rush of blood that comes out of your heart and travels down the arm that you are shaking. You grip tight and you try to let go, but for some reason there's just something keeping you in place. Your pulse starts to go, 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 go. And you see that the very blood in your veins, what color are they? Just so I know, your bloods?
It's like a dark, putrid red.
Oh, sick. So yours like crawls up your veins, yeah? Rain, what was yours again?
Mine was a bright blue, but so we've shaken hands, right? Both of us have shaken hands with the lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Rain did say I agree to your terms as I've spoken them.
Okay.
Technically, that means an agreement to Rain's terms.
Okay.
Which means the deal is only valid if she's been honest the entire time since we've stepped in the windmill.
Which
and
then
she just admitted to lying.
But that means she was honest about the lie. The lie happened,
But she
and then
has to
she
be
counted
honest
it.
during the entire encounter.
I'll say this: if you want that to happen, that's fine. But the children will not. There's something what's going to happen there. I'm cool with it, but I'm just going to say they will pop back. Don't try and
Fine, I'll
outplay
shake
the
this
DM
stupid lady's
itself.
hand.
I'm done with
I was
this.
trying so hard to come up with a
I
smart
know.
solution.
There was no way we were going to get out of
Listen,
it. So sorry.
I am too dumb to be smart. So
So am I. I had to work really hard for that.
damn.
I'll shake her hand.
Yeah, agree to the term. I'm like, oh man, my brain, I'm too tired. I got baby brain. Anyway, so as the pulse comes to, it's almost like your heart is almost into an attack state. It stops, and then you see there's a glow in both of your hands. The glow itself is representing the color of your blood. And as she lets go and like kind of unravels her fingers around, there's an essence of you that floats up in the air. As this essence floats and it kind of dances around a tiny bit in front of you, and it's not in a teasing way. It's almost like your essence is just lost in that moment. And you see them blink out. So she flicks, and the bars themselves sort of melt away, and the children slowly walk out. And look at you two who made the deal. The really smart deal, because DM dumb. And whichever one you made a deal for runs up to you, both of you, and tries to hug you. I don't know if you want to accept it or not.
I think Rain's gonna immediately scoop up the one kid like in one arm.
Davy will accept the hug and then twirl them around.
You see a little bit of blood from their wound from being poked, splatter on the wall a tiny bit. Oh dear. The precipitation, the blood dries up and goes. So, the deal is done. Get out of my grinder.
Okay. You have a very nice place.
Thank you, dear.
I think Rain's gonna turn to walk away, but do like look back and just
she looks at you.
Back for you.
Yeah, she looks at you and goes, "I'll see you very soon, dear."
Let's hope for it.
The moment you... Oh, by the way, Bakor and Lint, you're obviously free to do anything right here. If you want to go down and leave, that's totally fine. Is there anything you want to do while you lot kind of work your way down? Because obviously I was focused on Davy and Rain more than anything, so... Anything at all?
Can't think of anything immediate.
No? Okay.
No, I can't think of anything immediate either. Just kind of watching.
I'll say, Lynn, as you're going down these stairs, there's that sigil. It's going to burn in your mind. Once a deal was struck, it does fade off of them, by the way.
Okay.
So, you work your way down the stairs. You walk out. And as you walk out, make a perception check.
Not 20.
I have such high perception, and yet I roll like shit.
It's always when you need it.
12.
Almost.
12.
Man, I have a +3. I have a 4.
A
I
4.
got a nat 1.
Oof. Bakor?
The perception check, right? Sorry.
Yes, please.
15.
15, so nat 20, Lint. Maybe it's this idea of like, you know there was like a lack of control then, so you came out maybe like a bit more focused.
Yeah.
You immediately notice that Irina is nowhere to be seen.
Ah. Forgot about that. Yeah, Lint just kind of looks around to where the horse is. With
Horses,
an empty arena.
Yeah, two
horses.
Two horses.
And just looks around and says, "We're meant to be doing a drop-off, aren't we?" We got sidetracked. Where's Irina?
I don't know. Also, Davey, you laughing right now is scaring me. What did we do?
What did you do? What did we do?
You hear a cocky cough from atop of the windmill. I think you'll be needing this. And you see that she flicks her fingers and a very small frog floats in the air as she flicks, and I need someone to hopefully try and catch it if you want to catch it, or let it fall to the floor. What are you gonna do?
Try and fucking catch it.
Okay, I want you to make a dexterity check.
Straight check.
Yes, please. Only 2 you can do it, though.
Yeah, 12.
Guys, wait. 12? Lynn,
Yeah.
what was yours?
Can I roll an advantage because I spotted her on the roof, or because the nat 20? Please.
Yeah, sure. I mean, bear in mind, you still do have your inspirations from fucking ages ago.
I'm saving
Darling, I
that
used that a
for
long
rainy
time
day.
ago.
You did. I remember you did, actually.
That was no better. I rolled a 7.
Wait, so 7 and Rain, what was yours?
12.
Can I cast a spell?
No,
I
I
want
mean...
to cast Feather Fall on him.
Damn, man.
Okay,
we're trying our
that
best.
is a
Actually,
reaction. That
yeah.
is a reaction spell, so yes. In this
Okay.
moment of
Yeah,
washing
oh
it...
shit. Just like,
what do your feathers look like as you flick them? Oh, your feathers?
They
what
look
do they
like,
look like?
dirty pigeon feathers. Kind of like a New York pigeon.
They
Just on the back of this frog as well, so it just kind of hangs limply. as he
they
goes.
turn into like wings a tiny
Yeah,
bit
just like tiny little flutter wings that you get in cartoons.
as they almost fall to the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And you see this frog just...
Rain's just gonna look up and be like, the fuck is this?
Always have a trump card, dear. And she drops polymorph as the frog turns back into Irina.
Ah.
Hi.
What?
I knew she was up to something.
Fucking hell!
Was this the same frog that we threw a spell at?
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, thank God.
No.
Can you imagine?
So
Thank goodness I
Rain threw
casted
the
that
frog
spell.
up into the ceiling and then tried to hit it with fucking light.
I just say read the whole time.
I'm so sorry.
Is that what you guys were doing while I was away?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were doing that.
We were trying to improvise. And we couldn't cast a spell on nothing, so we chucked our frog in the air and tried to hit it.
Because I
That
said...
would have been the
so
best
You shouted
reveal.
pull and decided
yeah,
to cast a
because
spell.
Eldritch Blast requires a creature. You have to target a creature. So everyone was
Oh
like,
my
"Oh,
God.
throw a frog." I'm like, "Yeah, do it."
Oh no.
I was wondering why that was so encouraged.
So,
Ah.
so no, I'm not going to say what happened. Irina looks at you all and goes, "I'm so sorry. And she like tastes. I taste flies. That's this. And she starts like spitting out like leftover flies.
Flies aren't that
Tastes
bad.
I don't want to ever taste it again. Please, let us leave. I'm so sorry. Before I realized where we were, you were already inside. Let us leave. Please. This way. I'll tell you all about it. As
You want to meet our new friends?
not
Davy
at
just holds up the
all.
child.
Oh.
Rain's like, yeah, we're gonna take him with us, like, to the next city and try and make sure we can find a place where they're fine, you know.
Irene, do you know who they are? By chance.
I'm gonna roll a quick. What would this be? History, I guess, because it's history of the knowing the area at least. Oh shit! No, she don't know shit. She rolled a 2.
Oh, well.
Irene goes, no, but they are wearing. Huh. They are wearing Barovian attire.
We're in Barovia.
No, the village of Barovia, where I hail from.
Oh, yeah, she gets people addicted to the pastries and then takes their children So I don't think it's a good idea to return them right back to where they were before.
You see the child that you're still holding like this, right, Rain? Like kind of like
Scooped up
Yeah.
to where like they're holding on.
you're about to
their
charge
neck.
through the field. She looks up at you and goes, I would prefer not to go home.
Don't worry, we
uh,
won't take you there.
Parents, they gave us to them. Go anywhere but home. Please.
What's your name, little one?
Esma.
That's such a nice name. And who's this? She holds up her child again.
Charles is like, fuck. I need to double check this one. My name is Marcus.
Marcus and Esma.
Okay, Esma and Marcus, we're gonna take you somewhere real fun.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
We're definitely not gonna take you back to where you were when we just sold our last breath for you little motherfuckers.
Do we know where we want to take them?
But we do have the
Or-
camp. The camp where Madame Eva is. I mean, they're friendly. They seem to keep traveling. I think to be on foot, constantly moving, is a good place for them. Because they're clearly
Yeah, but-
targeted because of this deal.
Then we would have to scale a cliff again, and while I love the idea of riding a backpack
There
on
was
a
a
spider
freaking,
again,
there was a road that
can
I
jump,
traveled.
but there's also a cliff, and I got to ride on a spider.
Can we jump from it?
Irene interrupts this and goes, before you get these children killed, I do believe that there is a establishment in Verlaki for orphans. I believe that would be a good place to take them.
How dangerous is the road to Velaki from here, would you happen to know? Because we're at risk now, because we have 2 vulnerable lives, and you two, and God knows there was no indication of what exactly she meant by final breath, but I get a terrible feeling that the first time you two go down in the next combat we're in, you might be fully dead.
That sounds terrifying.
I will haunt them
It is
so hard.
terrifying!
I've
I will
never
haunt
died
them
before.
so hard.
Velaki is apparently a couple of miles away. Only takes a few hours
how
to
long
get
did
there.
it take? Just a few hours?
Yes, about a few hours, at least.
If we go now, we head quickly, so we get everybody where they need to go safely.
That sounds good.
Or-
yes.
Or
Or
I can take off my heavy armor
Oh shit.
and carry each child one at a time and fly over the cliff and deliver them to the camp.
So something to bear in mind for that, even though it's a really cool idea.
Damn.
No. If you want to do that, it's totally fine, right? Just something to bear in mind when you're carrying a creature. Your movement speed is halved when you're carrying a creature, unless it is another size down. If they're like smaller than a child, then you're fine. But these are a bit they're just heavy enough to be like a bit of a burden. If you want to do that and you want to take them to the encampment, you can absolutely do that. It's totally fine. Again, if it's just you doing it, then we'll probably just go like fast forward a second while everyone else rests. But it's up to you. If you want to do that, it's totally fine. If that's your idea, then do it. 100%.
Then we could jump the cliff.
And then we could jump the cliff.
I can ride on a spider again.
I can use the safe road again. Takes the horses the easy way.
I'm just thinking that getting these kids to safety would probably be the fastest thing that we should do.
Yeah, so going down the waterfall is definitely safe.
Well, I'm flying, darling.
So
I'm more concerned for these two, because if something happens to them, something
Davey
happens to the
turned into
children.
a giant eldritch spider earlier. I think Davey is fine.
it definitely took so to get to Velaki, if you were looking at a map, Velaki is closer then Seer encampment, right? There's something what's weird about this land, though. Whenever you've had a chance to possibly look around you, right? Whenever you had a chance to look beyond the mists that are kind of encompassing you at all times, whenever there's a moment where you can sort of see a little bit further beyond, you've been walking to this location for hours and hours and hours, right? I believe we had a day between it. If you were to look at a map right here, or at least from your player's point of view, the distance, it shouldn't have taken you that long.
Man, Tay just keeps getting better.
Yep. So again, you're more than welcome to head back to that encampment. You can move forward to Vallaki. It's totally up to you guys, honestly.
How about we try a little bit of democracy in this group? Let's put it to a vote. Who thinks should go back to the encampment? Hand up.
3. All right. Okay.
Might as well.
Okay. Cool. So, if that's the case, we are, I believe, we are starting to get towards the evening time. I'm pretty sure it was, because you had to climb up, which was an hour. You had to make your way here, which took way longer than it should have done. So we're heading into like late afternoon, early evening. So it is gonna be getting dark on the way back. Before you do that, let me just quickly go on a break, guys, because I've got a quick phone call to make. Really important. So yeah, let's go for about 5, maybe 10 minutes break. And I'll be back in there. I've just got a phone call. I'm sorry, guys. It's very important, right?
No, you're good.
See you in a minute. Bye-bye. And everyone can say hello.
Hello.
We are back. Thank you so much for your patience, chat. I really appreciate it. Something I didn't establish earlier. Make sure you're using the Pally command to make sure you're paying our artists, Turquoise Magpie. They are fucking awesome, and you should also commission them as well. But before we had our break, a deal was made. A deal what will be... I'm going to pick a moment where you will know what that actually means as your final breath, okay? But they've made a deal with Morgantha and her 2 daughters to release 2 children, Esma and Marcus. Their plan is to head back to Madame Eva's camp, I believe, right? Is that the plan? Yeah.
Yep.
So as a DM, I go, fuck, okay, we're going back. Ah, shit. But we're going to do a couple of things. One, you do know the way back, right? Very easy to get. You are going to be going through the Svalek woods. No, this has to be something when you head towards Vallaki. We're not going to do this yet. We're going to fast forward to a point in time where you are at the beginning of the bridge where Seer Falls is. It was at this moment when you really understand what the fuck... Well, not understand. You get the idea that travel is not as logical as it first appears. If you're going to look at a map, you go, well, that is a 1/4 mile. That's a 1/4 mile. It's going to take us this many hours. And it does not take that many hours. For you guys, it takes longer than anything. Never shorter from what you've established. But you do find yourself on the bridge across Seer Falls. Those gargoyles are still completely frozen. But you do gather that they are looking at you in the same way a picture looks at you or a painting looks at you. No matter how much you move around, you see the eyes are catching you each time. You gradually make your way across the bridge and you find yourself, at least maybe 2 of you, looking over the edge of a 1,000-foot cliff to the base of Seer Falls. The rushing of water, and actually I say that you actually can't see the bottom from this point. There's mist and there's still the fog going around. So the mist from the actual fall itself and the fog is sort of created a very thick blanket underneath. It's kind of, if you've ever been on an airplane and you look down and you see the clouds, it's just that underneath you. So what do you do? You tell me.
Okay, should we do it?
Do we put the 2 kids in the bag of holding?
There's not enough space for 3 heads to be poking out of that thing. Only 1 head.
No, it's okay. Raymond put the backpack on and then just like, I don't know, hug the spider.
Okay.
And then we jump down.
Weren't they supposed to fly?
Yeah, I could fly them down, y'all. Except they're gonna have to put my equipment in the bag of holding.
Oh, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, we just jump.
Yeah, it takes you, I believe I don't think it's an hour for you. You're wearing light armor, right? I believe you're wearing
Me?
Yeah, I believe you're wearing light armor. I don't think you're wearing medium.
No, I'm wearing...
Oh, you're wearing heavy, yeah, because you can't fly. Right, got you. I believe heavy armor takes a fair bit of time to take off. So, question for you, Bakor.
Mm-hmm.
You take your armor off. Is there anything distinguishable about what you look like without this heavy armor?
I didn't put thought to that.
Yeah.
I never expected to take off my armor before.
We've all been there. So yeah, I just want you to think about that for a second. If you can think of something what might be there, what people wouldn't usually see. That'd be cool, but don't worry, no pressure right now. Just something to put into your head. So yeah, the plan is what then, everyone? Again, I'm just a DM. Listen to you guys do what you want to do right now, and I'll be getting you guys a roll, whatever. But have your plan.
Back to that camp, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, going down the cliff.
You know what? Rain is gonna be a little shit, I feel like, and is going to try and get Flint to jump down the cliff with them. Like, hey, have a little fun.
I
Want to
would
ride the
if
bag of holding?
I would if we didn't have Arena to worry about. More so, she needs to be protected. She's a target, remember? Nobody needs to leave her on her own.
And the
Well, if-
horses.
And the horses.
If Baka can fly, then he takes the children, and we wait here and have some fun.
I like the sound of that.
So that's the sound of that.
Yeah, okay, we could do that.
Okay.
So with your question, I guess I'll tie it in kind of with my backstory, I suppose.
Yeah.
He's branded on his top left shoulder with a sigil that he has not talked about because we haven't really explained backstories yet. But he's not really hiding it.
Okay. Cool. So that's just something that everyone sees. Whether or not you lot want to ask those questions is up to you. You can wait for another time. But for now.
Hey, Baka, what's that?
Okay.
Jump right to it.
Role
what's
play.
I didn't think you were to be the first one to ask a question so personal, Rain.
Hey, this isn't. We're not bonding. I'm asking a question. All right, you got a weird
She did
mark on
insult
your
you.
shoulder.
She
Then I'd
did
rather not
insult you
answer.
when you were talking to that crow earlier.
Did I rather not answer, Rain?
You don't have an answer?
I'd rather not answer.
Rock, paper, scissors?
That's not fair because I have claws in your hands.
Damn.
It's constant
Anyways,
scissors.
I'll be right back. I scooped the kid out of Rain's arm. That for some reason I'm assuming she's still carrying like this.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just
And
like,
I just kind of also carry it like that, and then off I go.
I'm gonna roll.
you'll be a good pirate one day.
Because I want to make sure this is a little bit more complicated and rolling's fun.
Okay.
I just need to see if this kid's gonna fucking freak out going from the top of a cliff was 1,000 feet down. And even though you saved them, you're still a stranger. So I'm just gonna see what their reaction is gonna be like as you go down.
They should be good. They should treat it like Rescuers Down Under.
Hey, you know what? That was a natural 16 on my end. So maybe, I don't know what it might be. There's some kind of connection they make with you as you bring them under your arm.
Literally taking them under your wing.
Literally.
Have you got...
Do you want to roll for the second kid as well?
Yeah, so this will take... Oh, man, how long is this going to take from Sea Pool to there? Not that long. It takes about an hour, I'd
Do we
say.
get a short rest?
I mean, it depends on what you're doing on this cliff. Are you having fun or are you having a short rest?
Well, while we're waiting, we have to wait for both of the kids to.
Yeah,
to leave, right?
it's
So-
going to take you around about... It'll take you a heck of a long time, actually, because it's there and back. You're talking 3 to 4 hours,
Mhm.
I would say.
So, for the first hour during a hypothetical short rest,
Sure,
could Davey,
that's fine.
Could Davey sort of sit down with the other kid and go, "Do you like magic?"
I don't know how to answer that. I didn't know...
Maybe we just saved them from witches who use magic regularly.
So you do like magic?
So they look at you, but they also look at the mushroom sort of sprouting a little tiny bit as you hear the voice in your head go, "Oh, magic, new friends! Oh, new friends, Davey! Yay!" And they're just staring at you like,
They're
okay.
gonna sort of open their hands, and tiny little mushrooms are gonna start growing out of their hands. They're gonna use druidcraft to just make a couple of glowing mushrooms.
Oh. And it does glow quite nicely because it is getting darker here. Well, let's say we'll say there's campfire setup and all that kind of stuff as well. That might be Irina's way of coping right now. And I believe it'll be. I'm going to say this is Esma who's with you still, and Marcus was the one who took you, went with before. I mean, so, they're pretty. Do I eat them?
If you want to.
I am hungry. And they're gonna slowly reach out, and she smells it.
Do you guys remember that video of the girl that's like, it's delicious? And she's like trying not to throw up.
There's a little bit of a. Yum. Do you have more?
Rain's gonna
Make an insight check.
maybe like scoop her up into her lap and put Lancelot in her lap to kind of distract her for a second while trying to make some actual food.
Okay. Yeah, there's like cooking like meat in the campfire. But Irina's just like looking, going, "What the fuck are we doing to the kids?"
That's very on point. I rolled a 5, so that for insight, that's a 10.
Their deception, they rolled a natural 20. So I promise you right here, natural 20 right here. Dawn Whisper, thank you for the raid.
Thank you for the raid.
We're feeding kids mushrooms and they're pretending that it tastes good. And we rolled a natural 20 on deception.
And they're
in.
tripping balls in the meantime. Lancelot starts flying.
So as they start chewing and chewing and chewing the mushroom that sprouted from you, you see that they're sort of wincing and smiling, and as Rain sort of pulls them away to more better food, their face here starts to like expand a tiny bit.
Wait, sorry, 1 second. Someone in chat said better than shoving them into the bag of holding. We tried.
Yo, listen, if you did that, they would have absolutely freaked out, because the last thing that happened was they got put into a bag of holding. That hag went, put them in. So yeah, they're
we wanted to put them in there. Trust us.
That's right.
Don't fear, the elves are here. Elves, how good are you at like annihilating hags? Just asking for a friend.
The true curse of Strahd is these fuckers right here. So
kids love the bag of holding. It's nutritious. Samantha.
So as focus up now, guys. Curse of Strahd horror game. Let's go.
Sorry.
No, I'm joking. Right. So as you give him some. She slowly walks to the campfire, ignoring you, and then partakes in some actual food that Irina will cook. Just very basic things, mainly meat more than anything else, and a bit of cheese that she had from storage from her mansion. Is there anything else you guys want to do? I know you've done your little thing there, Dave, but you have the cliff to your disposal. You have the surrounding area. We're going to say you're off the beaten path, so the path is here, but you're like slightly into the woods area, trying to keep away from the height. But yeah, if there's anything else you lot want to do.
Hey, Davey, remember that idea we discussed about turning a spiderweb into kind of like a stretchy cord? Like we can tie it to my foot on one end and I can jump off. But you can catch me. You want to see if it works? Let's do this.
Lint is just sitting in a corner, his legs crossed, writing in the book, just like eyes wide open, just like, oh god, they're going to die within the next 2 minutes.
Okay, so to establish this for Dawn Whisper's audience who just came in, they are attempting to bungee jump, I'm assuming. Is that right? On a 1,000-foot cliff.
One of my Discord people just said natural selection D&D edition.
This is the goldfish moment.
This
for
is the Darwin
some people.
Award speed.
It's literally the goldfish. So,
Davey is sitting on the edge of the cliff during most of the short rest, looking down.
okay, so the spider. I'm assuming you turn into your spider.
Yeah, and then when Rain says that, they expand into this giant wolf spider and begin to make a whole bunch of webs on this cliff.
Okay.
Including
And Rain is gonna know how to make
specific
them into
string
ropes.
just for Rain.
You would, yeah, Rain. You actually would know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Rain's
would.
a pirate. It makes
Yeah, you're
sense.
right. I'm gonna do this then. What the heck is this gonna be? It's definitely gonna be an advantage because of your pirate background, Rain. But I do
I can
like.
roll acrobatics.
No, this is about making it.
Make the rope.
It'll be a dexterity check actually for this.
14.
14. Okay, good. Hang on.
No, you don't have to roll.
No,
You don't-
I'm
it's
not.
fine.
I'm not rolling. I'm simply making notes as a good DM would do.
Okay.
I literally have
I
4
Can I
sentences.
just say?
Yeah.
I am really glad that someone in this party has feather fall. That's all I'm gonna say.
So here's
It's going to be the one who's not going to be near to do anything about
now
it.
question for you, Davey,
Mm-hmm.
and technically Rain. How long is this rope gonna be?
Long enough.
No.
I can't like face speak anybody today,
A
and
1,000 feet. You just see Davy's spiders shrinking slowly.
It doesn't have to reach all the way to the bottom. so
Absolutely
just
not. If you want to
back
bungee
up.
jump, you definitely don't want it to reach the bottom if you bungee jumping.
Yeah, that would be kind of bad. I think. I don't think I could belly flop my way out of that one.
30 feet?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, good. And that's smart, Naomi. Okay, so the rope is made. Great. Who is gonna do it? Who's gonna jump in? Is it Rain? Are you gonna
Oh,
be?
for sure.
All right. So you, I am assuming, wrap it around your ankles.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be careful with it because it could snap your ankles on the resistance going down. So this is gonna be.
Maybe tie it around the waist.
You can do that. That's fine. Yeah. Whatever you need to
Okay,
do.
but if you Andrew Garfield fucking Spider-Man kill me in this, I will never come back to this again.
Listen, I thought we were gonna be in Valaki in this session. All right. You
that was
decide-
your fault.
This is more important.
This is more important, right? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. For you to jump down, right? This is not gonna be. You know what this is? This is a Constitution check on the webs
Oh, okay.
because we need to
What a
see.
wild sentence.
I know, right? Because, but they are gonna have advantage on this, okay?
Mhm.
Because of Rain using your pirate background to make it as high as you can. But I personally like chance, okay? So, you stand at the edge of the cliff. What goes through your mind? What are you showing before you make this jump, Rain?
I think Rain is gonna think back to like positive memories of jumping off. Like if they're relaxing on the ship, they'd all, jump off the plank.
Yeah.
Into the water to enjoy their day. I think nostalgically that's what they're looking for to jump off the cliff, so they're just gonna run, take a jump, swan dive.
Okay. Davey, it is your webs. So I need you to make a con save.
Do I use my con?
We could use mine.
What is the con of webs? It is your web, so technically you would be using your con. Absolutely. So your con
Okay.
save, the DC on this is 15.
15. I have advantage?
Yes, because of Rain actually making the knots.
Mm-hmm. I can't give myself guidance on this, right?
No, because it's a creature, I believe. You can't guide web.
Yeah.
D&D. Guide everything.
God. I'm gone.
To 16.
16? Oh
I was
my
about to say
god.
we're gonna use Tears of the Kingdom's laws, and if I just hit water, I'm fine.
As you dive, Rain, the hair pulls back as momentum starts to carry you into the mist and fog below. And it goes from 30 feet of the actual length, and it extends and extends and extends, and it almost, you feel like it's doubling. And Lynn, there's this moment where you're kind of keeping an eye on things just in case it goes wrong, and you see a little ping pong ping pong ping pong of the web itself. Rain, you go, and you spring right back up. As you spring back up, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, actually dex check, sorry, to see if you land elegantly back onto the cliff.
Just as you go up, as Rain passes the cliff, like, this is awesome! Ah!
Yep, that's right. But yeah, make me a dex check to see if you are going to land back on the cliff, or you're going to tell me what you rolled.
Oh god. Uh-oh.
A 3? You go
It was a
up,
natural 1 with a +2.
you bounce up, and you see the edge of the cliff. You see your friends looking up with a big smile, and you go, and you go back down. So you go, ah, and you'll go down. Davey, roll a con save at disadvantage because they are breaking. Con save at disadvantage.
Lint gets up at this point and stands by the edge just in case.
Yeah.
And just readies Featherfall.
What's the range on Featherfall?
It's 60 feet.
Okay, so it doubles the distance, so you will see him if it breaks.
Yeah.
Only
Yeah,
just.
and it does break.
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess Featherfall.
So
Awesome.
you go, ah, and maybe, Lynn, it's because you saw the little chink.
Yeah.
You see it go, and it breaks, and you
Yeah, I
only
just
see Rain's feet.
Yeah, I'm just nervously messing with my like quill pen as I'm watching this, and as soon as I see the snap, I just immediately snap my pen in half and just chuck the feather down and then cast Featherfall as it hits.
Yeah. And it's lucky because if they went any further before you threw that reaction, you would have not been able to see them as it snapped,
No.
so you wouldn't have been able to target them. So Featherfall happens. Rain, you go for a few seconds just free falling. The mist, and it's kind of terrifying because the mist is actually covering your vision, so you just feel yourself falling, but you can't see the bottom.
The problem with the rain is that they wouldn't care.
Nice, I appreciate that. And then as you have a slight vision of the floor, you don't stop with Featherfall, but you continue falling head first, but I believe you descend at 60 feet per round. I believe it is.
I'll just check.
I think it is that.
60 feet per round until the spell ends, but the duration is 1 minute, so Lint is going to say, use that time wisely!
Hang on. This is a 1,000
It does
foot.
cast a minute.
This is a
60 feet per round.
This is a-
60
Yeah.
feet
Y'all,
every 6
if Rain
seconds.
dies.
Okay, hang on.
This is exactly how they would
That's-
want to
that's
go.
600
After we
So
escape the
600
Baba Yaga of
feet.
Cursed Strahd.
600 feet, 660 feet, you fall 400 feet.
Yeah.
So what's like?
So I have 60 seconds to figure it out, right?
You do. Yeah, it's true. You have 60
the bag of
seconds.
holding and land inside the bag of holding quick.
It's, grab the
Okay,
cliff edge!
that's
Grab the
what I'll
cliff edge
do.
and hold on!
Yeah, you have 60 seconds to figure it
Yeah.
out.
Well,
Fucking
I also have
dead,
a rope on me,
please.
so can't I just like in the cliff side? There's ledges, right? So I can
Yes,
just
you
grab
have a
onto.
minute to do this. Just do
I will
it
do
wisely.
literally. Strahd will catch rain, right? You know what? I don't even. This is my first time interacting with you in the chat, and you know what?
Ban him.
What a time to raid. Like expecting like
Oh,
the
can
curse
Rain
of
do a
Strahd.
flip? Because my Discord is asking if Rain will do a flip.
You I feel like it's because you have this feeling of, hang on, where's the pull? Where is it? And you start to fall, and because you're falling like this, your feet slowly start to come over the top of you from behind as you do start to fall. So it's 400 feet.
But she has 60 seconds before that happens
Yeah.
if they want to figure anything out.
Yeah, and Lint would definitely have shouted, like, down into the mist, just like, you have 1 minute to use it wisely!
Listen, do I get in the bag of holding, or do I take I could take one of my weapons and dig it into the side?
It
I don't
depends
know how much maneuver you have in the air. Right?
because I'm gonna. This is what's gonna happen.
the cliff face before.
I'm gonna give you a
and Debbie
chance.
casted web.
This is your chance, Rain. Okay. you know where the waterfall is. So you could, with a check, guide yourself towards where the waterfall is and get into the water itself. If that's what you want to do. If that's not what you want to do and you want to do something else, please do so. But that would be your option. You have a bit of
What kind of a check? Acrobatics?
400 feet in water would probably still kill you.
It would still
It
fucking
would
hurt.
still
It would still
kill
hurt.
you.
However, you're a pirate.
brick
I'm going to
wall.
give him a little bit of a chance, you know? But we'll see. We'll see. This will be
I'm a fucking
1
pirate,
HP.
guys.
definitely acrobatics.
Pirate
This will be an
rules.
acrobatics check. Okay?
When have you found a waterfall at sea?
Here's me, like, as a DM going, I hope I don't kill him with the coven here. You know, they might... This could be a
Cliff
TPK.
diving does it.
And then you
But
lot
wait.
go, let's head back. Oh,
Did we
okay.
vote like bag of holding idea
Well, here's the
or
thing.
waterfall?
So before we say anything else, Rain, this is your decision because it is your character. Everyone else can say their shit, but in the end, this is your decision. What would
yeah, I
you
want to know what
want to
everybody
do?
thinks.
No. Come on, what would Rain be deciding in this moment? Because they're out of your audio right now, especially.
Oh God. I think Davy would be able to climb down fast enough as a spider to get me out of the bag of holding before I suffocate. Right?
10 minutes going down. I mean, they could get down.
Spiders jump.
Mm-hmm. They will still at the bottom, but you do have a wizard with Featherfall. But again, Rain, what do you want to do?
Oh my God, you were just like not letting me have it easy today.
You decided to jump off the cliff.
I didn't do anything.
And I do it again.
And we better not give Davey any shit going forward with any idea Davey has.
I
Plus
Okay.
Davey's
Because Davey's not dead yet. Rain is like moments away.
You know what? Maybe as God intended. You know,
I love this.
Wow,
Rain
dude.
was too powerful.
I
You're gonna
I'm
pop
so
up in.
upset.
You're gonna pop up in front of Morgantha, and she's gonna say, "Wow, it really took you that long for you to give me your last breath."
And then Rain's gonna be like, I'm gonna haunt you so hard.
You're not even gonna have a last breath. That's the funny part. Like, yeah, but
gonna
okay.
get a wet
So
breath.
let
Effectively immortal.
Wild.
because we're talking. Let's actually finish this bit off, guys, or else we're just gonna be talking about it and not actually do anything.
I want to. Am I immortal? I want to know.
Find
Can
out.
I faceplant right
Hey,
now?
fuck around and find out, dude.
That's my entire life. That's all I do. I'm gonna do the bag of holding. I'm gonna flip into my little bag of holding.
Okay. Okay. You pull out the bag of holding, and it's interesting actually because you know, with if you lifted something up to try and get it get in, it becomes like a parachute, right? Because air will go up and trap at the top. It doesn't happen it doesn't happen with the bag of holding because it doesn't touch the material on the outside. It goes into the pocket plane instead. Weirdly enough to think about it. So I need you to make this will absolutely be you need to do two things, right? Because you can't fit in the bag of holding yet.
I have to shrink,
Yeah, you do. So
so I will do that.
takes an action, 6 seconds to put you down. I will say in this time of what am I gonna do? I'm gonna say 30 seconds have gone by. Dexterity check to see if you can transform, grab, pull yourself in, and shut.
I have to shut it too. All right.
Yeah, if it flips upside down, everything falls out.
So is that just dexterity, or can I do acrobatics?
I'll make you do acrobatics. Acrobatics is fine. Because you do have to sort of squeeze your way in, which is acrobatic in nature.
Ooh, man, what is inspiration again?
You can re-roll.
This is exactly when you fucking need it. So yes, you use your inspiration
Awesome.
from Death House.
I'm 100% gonna do that right
Please
now.
do.
For no...
So
I almost got a nat 20. Well, I got an 18.
That's better than a 6.
There's this
Yeah.
there's this moment where you are in this. It's kind of interesting because as you're going into this, not panic. Well, would it be panic or would it be hyper focus for you, Rain?
It would be hyper focused. Rain is just very much not afraid of the idea of death. They went into this journey expecting to die at some point.
But not like this.
Not
And
like
as
this.
and as you fall,
Not like that,
you,
no.
you notice that. Oh, it's weird. You're in this moment of I don't want, this is pathetic. I'm not gonna go like this. I'm not a goldfish. You sort of get your foot in, and you sort of, instead of your whole body shrinking, parts of you start to shrink. Then the other part starts to shrink, and it's like, and then it starts to expand. You're sort of like in this moment of I need to get shrink, I need to go, and in this moment you shrink, you grab, you pull, you have to pull yourself in because there's not really wind resistance on the inside, but you pull yourself in, you close, silence. So, Lint, Davey, hey Bakor, I don't know if you've taken the kid or not, the other kid or not.
Can y'all come get me?
But Lint and Davey, you see the snaps. Lint, you casted Featherfall. Then you went.
And then disappeared into
Then
the
you went.
mist.
It's way further.
Yeah. I just like slowly. Is Davey next to me?
Davey drops wolf spider form, looks
Okay.
down.
I just look up to Davey and say, "You might need to go back into that spider form and find whatever on earth has happened to Rain. Very
What
quickly."
remains?
Can you make both of us float like that?
Hang on.
You could. Yeah, I'll just to say right now you can. You can you could literally go and then pop it
Yeah.
out. So yeah.
Can I cast it on myself and someone else
Yeah.
as one spell?
Yeah, Featherfall, you can target 3 creatures, I believe, at the same time. I think you can
Okay.
go and do it, yeah.
Okay. But how many times would I have to cast it for us to get down
You just have to
safely?
cast it once.
Once.
Once we're
Yeah.
60 feet away
Just time
from
it.
the bottom. Yeah.
Okay. All right then.
I'll
Okay.
need,
Lint,
the only thing I'll
okay,
need
yeah,
is an
Lint's
intelligence
just
check.
kinda-
That's it.
Lint just kind of goes, "I could do it," and he looks over the edge, and then just kind of takes a step back, and then he walks in a circle, and he just goes, "Okay, okay,"
Davey,
and then he walks back in a circle, and then walks over the edge, just like, "Oh, scheiße."
Davey looks
Okay.
over the edge and looks at you, Link, and goes, "You know that that weird voice that just tells you to jump? What do you think that is?"
That's a very silent voice for me.
Wait, if they feather fall, don't they also lose it after a few amount
No,
of
because
feet?
they can time it. They know when to do it.
But you
Oh,
have it. You have the voice.
Good looking out, though,
Oh,
boss.
scheiße. Oh,
I want
scheiße.
everyone to die.
Where does it come from?
Comes from a place that I don't have right now.
Let's find out. I'll push Lint down and go
That's
outside.
I fall. Yeah, I just let that.
Lynn,
I can't stop it.
I would like you to give me an intelligence check. And
Straight intelligence.
yeah, you can get advantage of this because Davey's with you to time it as well. This is literally just going to go, because here's the hard part, right? Because of the mist and stuff, it's going to be hard to time it, but I'm going to make it so you're like, I want to give you a roll because it's fun to roll and chaotic.
Yeah.
Let's
Man, if
see.
Bakal comes back and we're all dead, that's so funny.
Bro, I'm out here fucking babysitting.
Yeah.
Y'all are cliff diving to your death.
By the way,
Being the superhero,
By the way-
we're just dead.
the
Trying to
kid,
save the children, and y'all just like.
here's the thing: Esma
Pancake at the
and
bottom.
Irina just saw you do that.
Hey, I have somebody to carry on my legacy, Esma or Marcus, okay?
It's true.
I got a. What did I get? I got a 16.
Okay. David, yeah, that's fine. So it takes a bit of time, but you manage to get to the bottom. You cast Featherfall, and you slowly land down on the floor. I need... Now, this is the only part I'm going to say, which is one more roll. You do need to do a perception check to see where that bag landed.
Okay. Can I use my heightened senses as of a panic attack to roll an advantage for
No.
my perception?
You have Davey with you.
25.
25. Okay. You do see it. It's floated down and it's moved into. Actually, it would have gone into the river. Yeah, it's gone into the river. Basically, where Rain found it in the first place.
We've come full circle.
Rain, I will just say this as well. You have about 5 more minutes of oxygen.
Well, now, do I know if I've landed in the river? Can I just pop back out, or
You don't know if you've landed anywhere, but if you do want to open it up, actually, you can't open it up from the inside.
Oh shit! Hey, that 25. Let's go.
So yeah, you do know where it is. Okay, you do see it just in the river. So yeah. This is not the session I planned.
I'm so sorry,
No, I
but
love
you
it.
knew
You
who
should
you know who
expect
we
it
are
at
as
this
people.
point.
No, this
You
is great.
invited me here.
I did. No regrets. It's all
Davey
good.
will go, here's the bag, but where's Rain?
Can I make an
Got the
intelligence check to
bag.
see if I can guess what Rain would have done to have just thought they would have done something like this?
I mean, I don't think you need to
No.
roll, because here's the thing.
No.
The only thing you see is there's no blue blood, but there is
There's
a
no
bag.
body.
Yeah, and you do know what a bag of holding does. So,
Yeah.
and you have,
Okay.
and Davey would know that Rain has fit in it before. So you don't need a roll. You've
Yeah.
got that logic on
Lynch
your
would just
side.
Lynch would just point frantically at David and say, opens the bag, I think they're in there, and he goes over to the edge of the river and vomits.
Aw.
Sorry for
Davey
anyone's
will
ears then. I just popped Mike so
Try
badly.
to. Davey's gonna think really hard about their good friend Rain and try to pull him out of the bag.
Rain,
He's like, "Wah!"
yeah, you just go. I'm gonna say it's your hair as you get pulled.
Hey, I don't let people pull my hair like this unless I know I'm a lot better. Let go.
Yo. As you fly back, you come across the mist of Sea of Fall.
Mm-hmm.
You see a welcoming campfire and 2 people.
And a broken cord of something.
So I look
Yeah,
at
actually,
Arena.
yeah. And Irina's looking at you going,
I go to Arena. I'm like, do I have to ask or?
your friends are crazy. They just jumped. Oh, this land, I knew it. Oh, no.
I put a hand on Arena's shoulder and I'm like, it's not the land, sweetheart. They were
This is all
planning on doing
natural.
this when we
is
decided
us.
to come to this cliff. I'm just gonna take the other kid before they decide to bring him on the cliff dive in, and then I'll be back in like a couple hours, okay?
So typical. There's a bit where you do land in the encampment. At this time of night, we are getting like kind of 10 o'clock ish now. At this time of night for Ubicor, the encampment is pretty quiet. You see that the caravans themselves are just lit up from the inside in a nice soft glow. The campfire itself is now just down to a crackle. There's a couple of Vistani sort of just drinking to the side and, you know, just maybe singing a little bit, but with no lyrics. It's just they're just making noises. And you see Madame Eva talking to Marcus and looks at you, Bacor, and goes, well, I didn't expect you to be here so soon. You're doing a good deed again.
That we did.
Where he's from?
The windmill. A bunch of hags own it, and they were being held captive for those pastries people seem to love to eat.
Oh, old bone grinder.
He said those exact words.
Hey. It's not the best place.
No, it's not. Hence why, Madam Eva, we made a deal with them.
Okay.
And we, I mean, not me, but
Good.
Rain and Davy.
Okay.
They ended up trading for these children, their last breaths. Do you know what that means exactly?
I'm gonna roll.
Guidance.
Yeah. You like tap her on the shoulder and give her guidance?
Mhm.
Yeah, dude. That's fine. Let me roll. Give me. Where's my force? I did not expect to be doing Madame Eva's voice today. I rolled 4 on the dice. You see her look at you and go, they did what? The
They
last...
traded the last breath is what they said.
Oh, dear.
It's not good, right? I didn't think it was going to be good.
No, it's not
Hey,
good
I
at all.
tried. I
Hey,
I
you're not
tried
here.
to word my way out of that one, and I did a pretty damn good job.
I thought it was pretty good, personally.
I don't know exactly it means, but when it comes to someone's last breath, whenever someone is on the verge, people say that they feel their breath leaving them. And you only have a certain few. It might have made them a little bit weaker in staying. I hope not. Because if they die, their souls won't go anywhere. They'll become part of this land. For your friend's sake, I can only wish them luck. They did an admirable thing. You gave these two a chance. But I don't know. Just protect them. They're gonna need a bit more now.
So to be clear, if they decided to do a group bungee jumping off a cliff, I should say no.
Absolutely, yes. Who would think that?
I don't know who would do such a thing, right? Crazy people, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
But not them. Not them.
Foolish.
Not them at all.
Well,
And do you know who these children are, Madam Eva?
she looks at them, and you do see that she looks at them, but it's more of looking in their like chest area, like where their heart is. I can't say I do, but what I can tell you is they're the ones who are lucky to actually live, to have a life, to have a soul. There are some people out there, dear, who unfortunately when they're born, they're not born with one. From what I know, those people at Old Bone Grinder, they have a weird way of testing. If they poke a child, an innocent, and sometimes even babies, if they scream, they tend to say that's the ones who have souls. If they don't, well, for them they're just product. I'm honestly glad you've rescued these two. Those ladies have a way to, for lack of a better term, reproduce. But for them to create more of them, they need an innocent soul. To what they do to the ones without souls, I cannot say. But children with souls, they held the most value to them. I try to look into their establishment, as I've done to use. And they have ways to stop that from happening. They're not the most intelligent, by the way. They're just witty.
I would agree with the two of them, but one of them seemed quite intelligent, quite scary, quite powerful.
Morgantha.
Mm-hmm.
Aye. Keep well away from her.
She while we were there, she branded like a sigil on one of the boys' arms. I could try to draw it out on the ground here. You know what that sigil is, and I guess try to imitate the sigil she drew. 'Cause I'm sure Lint would want to know, and I would want to tell Lint about it.
She looks at it and goes, For me, it's a spell that I can't do myself. But it gives off a vibe like it's some kind of curse. But we don't have it now, do we?
No, it was removed once we made the deal for the last breath. We're
Well,
just trying to get a more grasp of what they are and what they're kind of capable of.
from what I know, they've been here for a very long time. Well, I say they. Morgantha's been here for a very long time. Her daughter's not as long.
She did say something about "Don't make me replace you again."
Aye.
So are the daughters created through these souls that you were mentioning before?
Bella and Ophelia, they aren't her first daughters. The reason that she creates them is not out of love, but out of power. That's why the children hold value. The ones with souls. All I know is she is very powerful. I'd still say it's a bit too soon for all of you. But if she has no children with any more souls, she can't produce any more daughters. And from what I've seen, she only needs 2. She never needs more than 2. She never wants less than 2. Always 2 daughters. But it's getting late. I'm sure your friends are having a lovely chat around the campfire.
I'm sure they're not cliff diving.
No. I'm very good at reading people.
Me too, and I have complete trust in them. You know, they just gave their last breath.
Absolutely.
They would never put themselves in immediate danger right after saving 2
Absolutely.
children and jump off a cliff. That doesn't sound like them, especially not Rain. She wouldn't be the one. They wouldn't be the one that jumps off first.
And we
you know?
flash back.
The lint vomiting in the river.
Baby's just like
pulling her
screaming.
out.
I don't know what you mean. I can't imagine what you're talking about.
What, me? No.
So you
I didn't jump. I bungeed.
I didn't jump, I was pushed.
Yeah, that's true. So you 3 find yourselves at the base of Sea of Falls. I'm are you guys going to be taking the long way or going back up the cliff? That's all I need to know right now as a DM.
Davey will say to Rain, that was the most amazing feeling.
Rain's gonna be like, I know exactly which knot we can do next to make sure the rope breaking thing doesn't happen.
Can we do it again?
Lint, you want to go?
No. I think, okay, I'm not going back up. If you're going to continue doing that, I'm staying down here, so at least I can cast Featherfall on you fuckers, so that you don't die.
Okay.
Lint, we're friends, right?
Apparently, yes.
You seem so excited about that. Anyways.
I'm trying not to vomit, I apologize.
Hey, as friends,
Yeah.
don't tell Baka.
Okay.
Don't tell
Yeah.
him.
Okay, I won't.
So you lot are role playing? What the fuck are you doing?
I think we're
turn-
gonna take it easy on Lint and go up the cliff. Like
Let's
not
just
climb
gonna
it, but
stay in the water.
Oh, you're gonna go round? Yeah.
yeah.
So go on, Naomi. Sorry.
Davey will say, I can bring you back to the top, and then I can help Lint.
He's
Sure.
immediately looking wide-eyed over, don't you?
Can Rain just like put the bag of holding over them really quickly and scoop them up in the bag like
Who,
a fish?
Lint?
Yeah.
Lint's a medium creature, so you can't, unfortunately.
It's just over my head. It's just
I will say,
Sorry.
if you wanted to, Davey, you could go back into your wolf spider and like just spin them full of webs, like completely wrap them up and just drag Lint's ass up with you. That's fine.
I'll start with Rain.
Okay.
Okay. Rain's like, okay, let me put my arms to my side so I don't lose circulation. Go for it, go.
Mhm.
Giant wolf spider
Yep.
off the cliff.
So we have this image as these heroes of the land.
It would just be Rain and Lint in the
Yep.
cocoons because now we can't get out of them.
You're basically
Laid
swaddled.
next to the fire.
You're actually swaddled right now as you're going
He's
up.
just clutching his book. Midway, he actually looks like an entombed mummy. Just
And
clutching his book.
and because they're a little bit heavier, it takes a bit more time to get up, Davey. But do you have two wild shapes at all?
Yeah, because we took a short.
You did.
I
Yeah.
have one, so
in
once we
the
get
in
back
the
to the
middle, you
top-
would have done it. Yeah.
Go back to the top, take a short rest, go
Yeah.
back down for Lint.
That's fine. So, Bakor, as you fly back, instead of two people by the fire has died down. There's only, well, there was Irina, who's sort of just looking around going, they all fucking left me again. And you see Davy's wolf spider form start to crawl up with, was it Rain on their back or Lint on their back?
Rain.
And
Rain is also like wrapped up in the spider cocoon though.
yeah, and Lint, I don't know if you're still in it, but they are at the the top of this cliff, and you're there. So yeah.
Oh hey Baka.
Not gonna
I mean,
ask. Just a heads
That's
up
great.
though. I relay all the information that Ebo told me.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Then I'll do the same with Lynn when they get back up here.
Mhm.
Man,
So
some great fortune teller can't even tell us what last breath means.
they did say try not to die. I hope that's not what happened here a couple of hours ago when I wasn't around.
No one died.
No one died. This is true. You are wrapped up in Davy's spider cocoon.
Because it's comfy
Davey
as
will
hell,
drop the
Baka.
wild shape.
Is it?
I have a blanket. I gave it to one of the kids, alright? Get off my back.
We jumped off a cliff.
I thought so.
Davey!
I thought so.
Zay jumped off a cliff. I was pushed off a cliff.
What?
Li-
No,
how were
hang
you
on.
pushed?
Wait a minute. Wait. It was to save a caterpillar that we saw fall over the edge.
Ah,
Roll a
There
deception
was a
check.
caterpillar?
Roll a deception check, Rain, and insight check for you, Bakor.
Oh, good luck, because I have +7 in my insight, baby, and
I got a 19.
22.
Oh!
Wow. So,
Anyways,
Bakor, full
I
of
hope
shit.
the caterpillar's okay. I will play along with it though. It
Absolutely,
is
of
what it
course,
is. They're
yeah.
all still safe.
Of
It's
course.
Of course
fine.
we'll play along with it because it's the truth.
Because I know you're a liar, but we'll continue on with it.
Irina is at the like sort of wakes up a little bit and goes, "Could you lot just come here, rest, and shut the fuck up?"
Arena, I'm more upset with you. You didn't try to stop any of this.
They're looking after me. I am not looking after them.
I would just like to say I was very keen to just take the long way around with you. I had no say in any of this that went down.
I'm
Let's
sorry
stop
that you
kissing Arena's
guys.
ass for like 1 second, okay? Because you ended up coming here anyways.
As
I'm sorry that you guys. How long? Hey,
I like to
Tom,
imagine-
I have a question.
I like to
How long
imagine
have
this.
you guys been haters?
Cut Rain out of this goddamn cocoon. I cannot take them seriously.
I like to imagine this, by the way, everyone. This argument continues and fades into black until you take your long rest. So please take your top long rest. You'll be finding yourself early morning with the mist of the falls.
Continue the argument and another scene.
As you wake up, you bang back up. McCall, real quick, do you put your armor back on in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't rest in it fully, but yeah.
I'm a tired boy right now. I
Cool.
can't.
So the morning arrives, you lot, and we're gonna go for 5 more minutes. If that's okay, you guys. Is that okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Rain's gonna be like, Baka, can you just pick me up and carry me like this? This is really comfortable.
You got yourself your own sleeping bag.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of nice because the dew is sort of over it as well, so it's sort of twinkling. a tiny-
sparkly.
yeah, it's very sparkly.
I wake up a little bit upset because I'm like, damn, it does look comfortable.
We'll put you in one next time, not to jump off a cliff, but to just sleep.
Mhm.
I'm okay with jumping off a cliff. I can fly. I'm
I thought you
fine.
couldn't.
I can put you in one.
Irina
I can't fly in
gets on the
heavy
horse and
armor.
starts going towards Valaki.
All right, let's follow.
As a DM, I
Let's
gotta push it
follow.
a
I'm
little
just like-
bit.
Rain's just like hopping.
There's like a spider web string coming out of like the cocoon that Rain's in. I just grab the string and just drag.
Yeah, that's fair.
Rain along.
Woo!
The
And Rain
curse
is, like,
of
this on the ground,
Strahd.
just like just being dragged behind.
This is awesome.
So, you lot, you fucking horrible lot who ruined this horror game. You will find yourself walking for a fair amount of time. It gets to midday where you take a kind of a longer route to kind of avoid Old Bone Grinder.
I'm gonna flip it off as they walk
Absolutely, right? You feel a sense of someone else is doing that to you as well, but you know, it takes you about 30 minutes from walking past Old Bone Grinder. And I need everyone to make a perception check real quick. We're back into the actual rolling of dice. What fucking awesome. That's so fun.
30-20.
Nice.
by. 30-20.
24.
An 8.
Amazing. Couple of things. So wait, who rolled the highest? Is that
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty
I also
20
did as well.
and Davey 20?
24.
Yes!
Nice.
Fucking dice! Telling the story. Davey, there's a reason why you rolled the highest.
Okay.
Even though you two rolled really well, by the way. I'm not telling you off.
No, it's
I'm
okay.
not-
Fuck my dirty 20.
Listen,
it's fine.
30-20 is good, but it's not as good as 24. So
It's dirty.
it's dirty. Davey, you are wandering through these woods, and something that you all do notice, but Davey, something pulls you to the left of you. When you are walking through these woods, you catch the sounds of nature, as we've established before. But this is what Rain and Lint catch as well. You hear the sounds of woodland creatures moving around, right? But there's a sense of aggression from these creatures. Not directed at you. But there's a sense of unease. You hear the snarling of wolves in the mists. You hear deer sounding off in the echoes of the mist. Has anyone ever listened to a deer-like call before?
There are
It's
deer everywhere in my
fucking
neighborhood. It's creepy.
Terrifying. And that's all around you, but instead of it being for like mating purposes, this is more of a territorial, don't fuck with me kind of vibe.
The deer?
Yeah.
They're gonna stand on
hear-
they're gonna stand on their legs.
You hear the impact of some kind of bird diving and crushing some smaller rodent creature. Even though these woods have been kind of dancing with this eerie vibe, this is the first time you felt aggression. Davy. As you're walking through this, you do see, and it's like your head is actually pushed to the left. As in the distance inside of this forest, these woods, you see a clearing of sorts. And even though it's quite far away, with a 24, you can make out there are some pillars around. You can continue going down the road still and have that in the back of your mind. It's up to you.
What's that?
What?
Sort of points to where the pillars are.
Lint, Rain, Bakor, you don't see them. Davy's pointing into the forest.
Can we take a look?
I don't
Yes,
see why
Davey.
not.
Yeah.
You know, I'm all for whatever you want to do from now on, Davey. So let's go.
That's fair. So
The call has come to like a change.
it's been like 2
You tried
days.
too much at the beginning to try to hold Davey back, but now just like, you know what? Let's
Mhm.
go.
This may as well happen.
Yeah.
As dangerous as it's leading us in the right path. So
Absolutely. You continue this walk to where Davy is supposedly heading you all to. And sure enough, after about an hour of walking, and Davy, you're the one who saw that, it wasn't an hour away. It was like you could get there in a few minutes. A clearing appears. And in this clearing, a couple of things. You see, I believe it is 6 stone pillars, all in a circle. In the center of it is loose dirt. Two things. Davy, your connection to the land feels heightened here. Like your druidic nature is bolstered in this zone. Everyone else make me a perception check one more time.
an 8 again.
Damn, dude.
18.
You're a wisdom-based character too. That sucks. I'm so
I
sorry.
have a +5. I rolled 3
Yeah,
twice.
man.
I got an 18.
18. What was yours, Lynn? Sorry?
18 as well.
Oh, nice. The duo continues. I'm sorry, Bakor. Bakor, maybe I you know what? Honestly, I think you're keeping an eye on Davy in this
Just,
moment.
you know, being oblivious is bliss. So like, it's okay.
Honestly, that is fair.
I'm vibing.
What you notice, Rain and Lint, is one of the pillars what is closest to you has a very similar sense as when you were fighting those undead creatures, and you had those like grave sites, right, that were desecrated, you see one of these pillars at least. And in a very similar fashion, but instead of just being like cating crap, right, there's specifically in these like carved out grooves inside teeth. Medicine check for you two, Rain and Lint. Davey, you're not sure why, but you feel like your ability to wild shape has become a little bit more enhanced here. Mechanically speaking, a wild shape cast in this area, the time you can stay like that is doubled.
For a medicine check, I got 4.
Okay.
Got 11.
Rain, maybe it's because you don't want to know what it is. Lynn, in your ways of working with chemicals, poisons, and acids and all that kind of stuff, you want to know what can melt bone, right? And for you, you see these teeth, but you notice, at least, that they're too small to be adult teeth. And the last thing, and maybe because you see this, is you see on top of one of these pillars, there's a raven. Pecking on top of this pillar. And we'll continue with that next week. Fucking awesome session, yo. That was great.
That was wild.
Literally, so this was supposed to happen at the beginning of the session.
So sorry.
No. You guys, this is your game in the end, right? I'm here to establish it, and I want you guys to make sure you feel like you can do what you want. But yeah, so we'll come on to what this might be eventually. But hold on, everyone. Good job. I didn't know if we were going to get into a fight with the hags, right? We already know the hags. But
I'm
yeah.
gonna haunt them so fucking hard.
And you got some lore from Bakor going and bringing those children back to Madame Eva, which is actually a good thing you brought them back to Madame Eva, because you would have not known that otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're welcome for getting some lore where you guys are bungee jumping off the
You're welcome for saving those kids in the first place.
I'm so glad.
You did trade your soul potentially. So
you could have done that well as well.
I will say this actually, because the magic is kind of high in this area, at least when it comes to nature. And this is what I want to leave for the audience too, because this is kind of an interesting one. Mechanically, your final breath is the following. Death saving throws. Usually it's 3.
I knew it was this.
Now it's 2.
I knew it was going to be that.
So, wait.
that ain't that bad.
That's not as bad as I thought it would be.
When you get in a battle, when you get knocked unconscious, you have to roll a d20 3 times. If you roll a nat 20 in any one of those times, you usually come back. If you roll a nat 1, that's knocking off 2 day saving throws. If you fail all 3, you're dead.
Mhm.
Like, completely, irretrievably dead.
And
Yeah.
So what that means for us mechanically is if we roll a nat 1 after we go unconscious, we die instantly. And 2 lower than 10, we die.
And
Yep.
Because everyone else
if
gets
if a creature knocks you unconscious and you're on the floor and it melee strikes you, instantly dead.
Yeah.
Okay, so cool.
The deals we make, everyone.
What would
Hey,
have been
I
luck? What would have been luck?
outsmarted that deal.
Do you want to know? I
I
can
want to
tell.
know what luck would have been.
Yeah. So luck is at any point during the day, the DM can get you to roll at disadvantage 3 times.
Oh.
3 times?
Whenever I wanted to.
Ugh.
So that could have been death saves. That could be anything. And I'll just go disadvantage.
Oh,
So,
I like those like trades. That's cool.
oh, there's a fucking list.
Oh, that's so cool.
But the
Let's
trade,
go find more hags.
the trade was for 2 children with souls, which are valuable, very valuable. So that's why it was a kind of a high price. So,
Soul for a soul.
soul
So
for a
is it
soul.
if we
everyone.
kill the hags, do we get those back?
You don't know?
I
Man,
think the act of trying to kill them may get you TPK'd is the issue.
You'll
well,
see.
not right
Go back
now,
when
but
we're
when
level
a lot
20.
stronger.
Anyway, we got to finish, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm really happy with your passion, though. It's so nice that you guys are getting hype and stuff. It really makes me happy as a DM. So we should be back next Sunday, maybe. I don't know, actually. But we're not going to be here on this Sunday because Father's Day and all that kind of thing. I'm going to be a dad on Father's Day.
Happy
so that's
first
kind of
Father's Day.
yay.
Oh, yay.
I don't know. Whatever. Not much effort on my end. Hello. But yeah.
He's not even going to give me a present.
No, bastard. So we'll be back hopefully next Sunday if we can get our schedules all lined up and everything like that. But yeah, next week we're going to see what this area is all about. And I think, depending, unless you want to go back again, you should be in Vallaki next session, and that's
Beautiful.
when it's going to get fucking weird. So I'm really happy about it. So
I don't know. Maybe we should go back to the cliff.
you know what? Just do it. It's just a
Just
cliff
one
campaign.
more.
The
Alright.
cliff
One
of
more
Strahd. Hi everyone. Thank you so much. This will be posted on my YouTube channel, so make sure you go check it out. Make sure you have, if you're able to, if you've got any spare funds at all, please use the Pally command so that you can pay our lovely artist here, Turco's Magpie, who did all these amazing portraits of our characters, of their characters, sorry. And make sure you also do it for the amazing civils who did the overlay here as well. Thank you so much. Thankfully you're not leveled up yet. You're not leveling up for a cliff dive again. So please make sure you do that as much as you can. And then just find everyone on Twitter, I guess. Turco's Magpie, Gossamer Arts, Hydro Official, and Rosewater Fish. But yeah, thanks everyone. It's been great. And thank you obviously Dawn Whisper for the amazing raid. And I hope to see you all in the future. From me and my lovely players, we're going to say goodbye. So everyone say bye. Bye.
Bye.